Welcome to Worth Under Subdued. How y'all doing this evening? Well, I'm sitting here hoping that my team gets air superiority. Now, the reason I'm waiting for my team to get air superiority is because it doesn't make any sense to go out and fly a mission with a bomber that isn't going to be able to do its job. And looking at the fact that we've got two A-10s, an A-7E, and a couple of F-8Us. What else have we got? We've got F4, F4. Well, luckily the F4s aren't packing. Oh, an A-10's not carrying anything but his gun. Yeah, it's basically a screwed lineup. Doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to wait until the teams are completely obliterated, most likely my team. And I'm going to wax eloquently on why hasn't Gaijin implemented surface-to-air missiles? And I'm not talking about roll-ins and whatever else, they're using around airfields. But why aren't they using the SA2 guideline or the S-75 Divan, whatever. Same missile, just different, the S-75 is the Russian name. The SA2 guideline is the NATO name. And the MIM-23 Hawk. Why haven't they implemented those on the air bases? And while they're at it, and they're implementing those types of surface-to-air missiles, which have about a 40-kilometer range, why don't they just install AGM-45 Shrikes and AGM-88 Harms? Of course, you could also put in the sidearm, which is a modification of the AIM-9C to be a radar homing missile, an AGM. I can't remember what the name is. I think it's a 122, AGM 122. Marine Corps was using them. Smart move, actually. Not a big weapon, not a very long-ranged weapon, but more than adequate to take out stuff like a Roland or a Sergeant York or a, ZSU 23-4. And the missile batteries, and I say batteries because a Diva or a Hawk require infrastructure. Yes, a Hawk is somewhat mobile, but it's not, because it needs a radar. Let's just check things here. Oh, well, we have a air superiority, sort of. Of course, God only knows how this is going to work out for me. I might not even get off the ground because I've been talking. And it would give us another element in the game that we could play. And I'm sure that there would be a lot of people that would be very happy to be able to operate anti-radiation missiles against these lovely ground targets. You know, a Shrike is a 45-kilometer missile. Well, the S-75 is a 45-kilometer missile. And the Shrike, again, is, it was designed back in the day to take on the Spoon and Fansong radars that happened to work with the Russians, the S-75. Now, I'm sure the Russians have an anti-radiation missile that they can use with no problem that would be more than adequate to take out Hawk batteries, the MIM-23. And it would be, in my opinion, something that we should have. And it looks like I've got to go toe to toe. I really don't want to go toe to toe. Turn left, you fucker! Why are you carrying that fucking 30 millimeter gun? All right. Wow. Well, that's about it. Um, Honestly, I would have preferred to not get shot down, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, Point 11 is a interesting plane. It does what I need it to do, but I wish that Gaijin would pull the trigger and give us surface-to-air missiles and anti-radiation missiles. And I mean surface-to-air missile batteries, not these mobile launcher sticks. Because there are still a lot of nations out there that are using the SA2 guideline, or as the Russians named it, the S-75. And they're still in use. You know, the Hawk MIM-23 is still in use in the NATO version. I'm quite sure that there are other emplaced missile battery types. Chinese probably have some cockamamie version. Sorry, I don't have a lot of respect for the Chinese. Never will. But that's what it is. I mean, Gaijin needs to give us more realistic and then bigger maps. Unless you're willing to give us bigger maps, nothing matters. I mean, I didn't even like playing this match. And it wasn't that bad of a match. Although I was a little ticked at myself that the auto flare dispenser just dumps everything. It's like, Jesus, are you stupid, machine? But no, we don't get to have intelligence. Oh well. This is Subdude signing out. Y'all have a pleasant today, better tomorrow. We'll catch you in the sky and air realistic on the good maps, of which there are still too damned few. Subdude. Out!